Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a solid color challenge. I've actually wanted to do one of these for quite a while, and if you've never heard of the solid color challenge, it's essentially, as it sounds, you're literally just using a solid color throughout the build. So you choose a color, and that's the only thing you can work with, and if you don't have an object available in that color, you just don't have that object. So like if you don't have, I don't know, for example, a purple toilet in a purple solid build, no toilet for you. And so I actually ended up going with orange for this challenge, and the results are quite wild, but I had a lot of fun with it. I think that's the whole point is, you know, it's a little wild, it's a little crazy, you're going outside of your comfort zone, which I certainly was. But I also, because I knew that this was going to look probably pretty crazy no matter what I did, I decided to let myself go a little bit over the top with the entire build. So I did kind of do a funky back door. You can see the back patios there, but in a minute I think I do put a pool back there. I just do a bunch of wild stuff. Normally I feel like I'm a bit more reserved in my housing builds. And this really let me get out of that comfort zone, have a little bit more flexibility. And I think I really liked having, like, giving myself that kind of freedom with the build to do really whatever I wanted, obviously within the constraints of the color orange. But I really had a ton of fun with that. And I think I really, moving forward, would like to have a bit more, allow myself to be a bit more experimental in my houses, see what, wild whims take me. So that is kind of, the fun of doing challenges like this, because you discover things you didn't even think about. Like, oh, I didn't realize that I felt like I'd been kind of restraining myself in the type of builds I was doing just because, I wanted to look a certain way or whatever. But with this, it was a lot of fun. So I did do a 2-story, kind of went nuts. So there's, you see there's an upper balcony there, and then I've got like back patio. Like I said, I went a little nuts. It was fun, putting in the roofing there, as you can see. And roof is included in this color challenge. So you will see in a minute, I'm going to change this to an orange roof because that's the only color, the only option we have. And I think the really nice thing about the build mode is that, you can actually up in the upper right-hand corner, upper lower right-hand corner. Does that make any sense? Am I losing my mind? Distinct possibility. Anywho, down in the right-hand corner, there's the option to filter objects by a lot of different types of thingamabobbers. And one of those options is by color. And if you are doing the solid color challenge, this option will become your best friend. I relied on it heavily because I was like, gosh, I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell sometimes if the color is actually categorized as the color you're supposed to be using or not. So like here, for example, you, for the walls, search by orange and then go ham. I don't think I have ever used these orange walls. I don't know if I ever would have if I didn't do this challenge, which is also nice. You're using things you never used before. I did think it was pretty funny. The orange doors are all pretty wild. I started pretty quickly with these windows. Not a lot of options, but that's what we got to go with. But I started to pretty quickly get like a 70s vibe, and I kind of just rolled with it. So I do feel like the end result that you'll see is very 70s. But I embraced it. I loved it. I feel like it's really funky. It's really different. Just a fun new kind of vibe to go with. And I really like that because I would never have done something that I felt was like a 70s vibe before. And like no particular reason. It just never struck me as something to build. So that was another benefit of kind of making myself do this challenge. You can see here I was struggling a bit with the windows. I wasn't sure how I wanted the back to look because they're all like squares and rectangles. I felt like it was starting to look a little bit too symmetrical, but I kind of had to embrace it and go with it. The trees too, you will note these are orange-ish trees. Like I did sort by the color orange and this is what it gave me. So I was like, all right, I'm rolling with it. This is fine. Of course, all of the plants are orange too. And you can see I'm playing with the foundation. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing there for a hot minute. I was trying to figure out if I wanted a front porch, and then I kind of decided to embrace the intense amount of porches I had going on. I did have to move the house back a hot second, as you could see there, because I did have it way too far close to the sidewalk, which was awkward. And you know, your Sims actually need a way to get into the house. I actually had a problem with that once before. I built a house, and I gave it a foundation, but because I am ever so smart, I didn't put any stairs, and so they had literally no way to get into the house, and it took me like 5 minutes to realize that's why they weren't going anywhere. I was like, I'm telling you to go inside, why aren't you doing it? It's because there weren't any stairs, and they weren't just gonna climb up the foundation. That's not how that works. So that was awkward. I have learned from that mistake, always put stairs. Whoops. I feel like that should be an obvious thing, but I am not always the brightest bulb. But anyways, I put a pool in the back because absolutely why not? Can't really make a pool orange, but I figured that didn't really matter in terms of the whole color thing. Everything else out there is orange as can be. I was playing a lot with all of the orange. I think they're like fall festival lights. I don't even think, like, it has nothing to do with anything except for like fall season, which is like, this is fine. We're just going to celebrate the fall all year long. Why not? So I finally am headed into the interior of this house, and this is where I had so much fun, you guys. Like, I can't even, it was so nuts. I used tons of wallpaper I absolutely have never and probably will never ever use again, but I had so much fun using them this time. It really pushed me out of my color comfort zone, which I think is, you know, the point of this whole challenge. Got some orange hanging lights going in there so we can see what is happening. And yeah, so let's go in and take a look. So this back room here that I'm doing with this cute tile that I end up going with, there it is. So this is going to be the back kitchen, and already like I start to feel the 70s vibes from that blue and orange tile wallpaper that I was using. And I don't know, I'm obsessed. It's so funny. I never thought to use that wallpaper, but now that I'm using it, I'm kind of obsessed. I know I said that I probably wouldn't use any of these wallpapers again, but this might be the exception. I do really like this wallpaper. I was struggling there with the cabinets. I don't remember why. I remember when I was building it, I realized what I was doing wrong, but I can't remember what it was at this point. So whoops, y'all probably know and are yelling at me in the comments that I am just a doof, but that is me. Yeah, and these appliances too. So obviously, like I said earlier, if the appliance you need doesn't have the color you're using, you can't use it. Luckily, The Sims does have orange appliances, and they fit really well with that 70s vibe I was getting. And like, this is really truly where I started to embrace the whole, let's just go hardcore 70s. Like, why not? And so I've got the cute back dining room there. I did like a half wall in between them so that it's not two fully separate rooms, but there is a bit of a separation. I really like having half walls in homes. I feel like it just, I don't know, it adds a little something extra to the environment. I also, these wall hangings, I've never even noticed them before, and I absolutely love them. They're so cute. And orange, so there we go. So we've got the little downstairs bathroom going on here. And again, I just wanted that cute 70s vibe that I just kind of was trying to go with there. You know, you're not really going to see it until the wallpaper happens. I don't know why I saved the wallpaper till last. I normally do the wallpaper first, so weird pass to me. What were you doing? I'm not really sure anymore. This is fine. Cute little painting just in the bathroom. I don't know why I put a shower there now that I'm looking at this. I don't normally put showers in the downstairs bathroom unless there's a bedroom down there, which there's not. But I guess just to make past me sound a little, there's the wallpaper, yes. But like I was saying, let's make past me sound a little bit more smart and say that they have a shower down there so that once you get out of the pool, you can come in and rinse off all the chlorine. Look, oh, it sounds so much better already. Definitely meant to do that. No, I didn't. I'm just a doof. So this is going to be a back little study here, and it's right off of the kitchen. So I do think, just because of the size of this house, I do envision this as like a family home. So maybe parents and 1 or 2 kids. So this is kind of both a study as well as kind of a place where the kids could hang out while someone's on the computer. Kids could play chess. I actually really loved playing chess as a kid, so can confirm some kids do that. And again, everything as you see is orange. I think that's a little orange tree that I've got in the corner there, which I thought was really cute. Like, how great is that? You can start it inside, and then once it's too big, you can go and plant it out in your backyard, which I thought was, I don't know, just a fun idea. And with all of these plants, I think the reason they are considered orange is just because the pot they're in is orange, but like, yeah, rolling with that. No one ever said that it had to be solid orange in every object, I think. Maybe. I don't know. So here is the front area. It's kind of like doubles as a little semi living room plus front entryway. I really like that you come in, you've got the stairs on one side, and then over there I'm going to put in like kind of a mini living room, not a full on living room. Like there's, you know, space to sit down, hang out, maybe, you know, I don't know about you, but sometimes if I'm like waiting to go out somewhere, but I'm waiting for someone else in the house, I have, you know, to stand there in my coat and be like, all right, come on, are we going? But I like to think that this little semi living room gives you a space to hang out while you're waiting for someone to hurry up so that you can go out, or even just chill by the fire if it's cold, if it's winter time. So just like a cute, cozy little use of this space. I didn't want it to just be empty nothingness. So yeah, second mini living room, because why not? I was going a little nuts with the wall hangings here for a minute. You'll see me change that, but I don't know. I was playing, I was experimenting. So I was like, what are all these orange things? I've never noticed these before. So I was going a little bit nuts. And then I decided to rein it back just a little bit. But still playing with the front entranceway there. I don't think I do too much else to that. Just popped in a little railing there because safety first, kids. And yeah, so I did add some archways there. Again, I didn't want to do like with that living, or not living, dining and kitchen area. I wanted there to be a bit of like open feeling, so I went with archways instead of like doors to shut it off, so like you can just come in and out, and then the smells from the kitchen can waft through the rest of the house. So just really open and spacious. And here is the actual living room, and so this is where I ran into a problem with the electronics, because again, if you don't have a color for it, you can't use it. But the only orange TV is the Penguin one. So this family rocks a really quality Penguin TV. It is the best of the best, obviously, when it comes to Penguin TVs. No regular TV for this family. And now we're moving upstairs, and if I recall correctly, I think there's going to be 3 bedrooms. It was really quick, but if you see briefly, some of the orange doors have like bunny pictures on the front of them. So obviously I was going to use them. And I ended up using those for the kids' rooms because I was like, come on, how cute is that? Like when I was a kid, I would have absolutely wanted to have bunnies on my doors. Thank you very much. So this time I actually did put all the wallpaper down first, which is normally when I do. Got that very orange wood. For some reason I accidentally bopped myself out of the build for a second there, which was like awkward. I was very confused. I don't know, does anybody else ever do that where you hit, when you're in build mode, you just hit something and accidentally go back to manage worlds and you're like, what just happened? What happened? When that happened, I was terrified that I had just lost my whole build. I wasn't sure what I had just done, but it was still there. Everything was good. I was safe. I was happy. And so I continued on with the kitchen. Did I just say kitchen, guys? I meant the bathroom. I'm literally losing my mind. This is fine. So I did go with a 2-sink vibe for this kitchen. This is a large family, and mom and dad obviously deserve their own sinks. I really like having like 2 sinks in in a master bathroom, I think it's really nice. So each person in a couple can have, you know, their own sink. They have a right to it. It's their house. But I had a lot of fun with this bathroom. Again, you can see I'm just like playing with the decorations because I'm like, why would I use that bust in any other scenario? I probably wouldn't. So I was like, this is fine. This is going in their bathroom. Maybe they're like a really artsy couple. Like they live in this really cool 70s style home. They clearly want a bust of a random dude in their bathroom. Like I think that makes sense. Me justifying my weird choices. But yes, so this is the master bedroom. Of course, very orange. Why wouldn't it be? And I really like this bed. Like, I'd like to have this bed in real life. Maybe not orange. It wouldn't fit in my bedroom if it was a bright orange. My bedroom is very white and green themed, so I feel like a completely orange bed would look bizarre. But the style of bed looks super comfy. And I didn't go too crazy with the bedrooms. I wanted to give them a bit of, you know, wall paintings and little ooh, that was a big painting. Little decorations here and there, but I didn't want to do too much just because it's all solid orange, and like the more clutter I put in, I feel like the crazier and more overwhelming it's going to be to look at. So I did go a little bit reserved on the bedrooms. So here we have kids' rooms. One room I was envisioning as a toddler room, and the other would be like a kid room. But these were also really fun because there's lots of like cute kid stuff that's orange, which is really nice. Like these little plushies, very cute. I'll put that at the next to the bed. Maybe the kid always goes to sleep with its little monster toy. And I love that cute little toy chest. It's got the little monster vibe too. So that was kind of the theme for that kid's room. And then this one, we've got the really cute like little airplane lamps. Like how adorable. I don't know if they're airplanes or spaceships. They might be spaceships. I don't remember. And then I just put a couple of rugs down just to make it nice and cozy. Some cute little air balloon pictures on the wall. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the kids' rooms just because there's so many things that are orange that work really well in the kids' rooms, like that frog rug. Hello, amazing. And here we've got the other bathrooms. Of course, because there's a toddler in this house, I did put a potty training thingamabobber, words, this is fine, in the bathroom, of course, because somebody's got to learn how to use the bathroom. And then just another little shower, same as the one downstairs. So this bathroom is a lot simpler than the master bathroom. I almost said master bedroom. This is fine, guys. And then with this room, I kind of just made it another little hangout hobby room. And again, just orange everything because that's what we're doing here today. But yeah, I think, you know, looking back on this challenge, I'm really glad that I did it because I used so many objects that I absolutely never have used before. So I highly recommend it if you haven't tried doing a solid color challenge. It really, I feel like, pushes you kind of beyond what your comfort zone is when it comes to builds. It really gets you out there with different style of objects, different, you know, feel of houses than you might do before. Like I've never built a 70s style house, and most of these objects and wallpapers I've absolutely never used before. So it was a really nice change of pace, and I highly recommend it. If you have done the solid color challenge before, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below if you kind of have had the same experience as I found that I have had, just in terms of really discovering new objects and trying new things. It was, yeah, really fun. I was really happy with it. I actually really love how the build turned out. I didn't expect to feel any form of attachment to this house because I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to do like a funny orange home, whatever. But I actually really like it, and it was a lot of fun to do, and I'm definitely going to do it again. So here's just a few screenshots of the interior of the house. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!